Hey, hey. Hello, hello. Wow, I don't sound very enthusiastic today. That's a bit better. How are we doing? I am a little bit tired. Probably explains my lack of enthusiasm. Okay, I'm quite a lot tired. It's warm. Can you blame me? Now, let's see how long this delay works. I know there are some people in the chat. Hi, chat. Stream trains. Yeah. Hi, hi. I am running out of time to get ready for Artfight, so I'm gonna rush it. Well, try and rush it. Da 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 da. The name there, and that's where it's gonna go. Let's put 2 blooming hot and waiting for this storm. Oh, that makes you assume there's gonna be a storm. Not where we live. Never where we live. There can be storms all across the country, and yet somehow it misses us. Let's put the color palette here. And what's a good way of doing this? I need to show off singular. Oh my gosh. The game has been lost. I will fight Thor for the storm. Yes, please. Ask Aurora. Is it Aurora or Aurora? Aurora Storm. The X-Men. She'll bring it. She didn't have a thing with Thor at one point in the comics, did she? I know she did with T'Challa. Right. Dilly dally shilly shally. Let's get some line work done so that I can do some colouring in. And as usual, I just need to turn the lines into a nice blue so that I can differentiate between what I'm drawing and what is already on the page. She is a Thor. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Storm became Thor at one point. Well, I know she's worthy, so yeah. I don't know if she became a Thor as much as Jane became Thor, but she's definitely worthy. There can't be that many people in the comics who are worthy. I don't know enough about them, unfortunately. Barely know enough about the MCU. Although I did know enough to be excited about Sentry being in Thunderbolts Asterisk. So has anyone got any questions today? Any talking points? Because I have a couple, but I don't think they're going to last me a whole stream. I'm thinking about talking this close to 100 years. That can't be the full sentence. Of history and it's all contrary. There we go. Yeah. Full of retcons and changes. I typoed. No worries. I typo all the time. You gotta roll with the punches and pretend that's exactly what you meant. I've really got to draw more Tarleah. Really get her in the pantheon, as it were. I've been making... Sabbath! That's so cool! Sabbath says, I've been making money off of writing things. Yeah, more Tarleah is always a good thing, but so is making... doing the writing things. The money is a bonus. In my opinion. But doing something with the writing, that's incredible. That needs to be a smoother line. There we go. Don't demonetize me. Wait, do demonetize me. That would mean I'm monetized in the first place. Not. I'm actually really excited about that. That's really cool. Something you want to share with the class, or wait until I see you next? Posted like 5 to 7 shorts in one boom. My gosh, that's so cool. Oh no, I'm very impressed. You can't see my face, but I've definitely got a grin on. Been on a roll with a new OC, a blind seer. A few short stories caused a friend to pay me to write specific, longer ones. That's nice. You still have doubts about your ability to write? The correct answer would be yes, because you'd be an artist. And all artists have doubts about themselves even when they're on the front covers of published magazines. And if they don't have doubts, I don't think that they are artists. In my super subjective opinion. Always got doubts, yep. Good. Means you have room to grow. Trying to piece together what my train of thought is trying to say. Something artist, something... Nope, you'll never hear my words of wisdom. Has anyone been watching my Reforge videos? I know I've only got 2 of them out at the moment. I'm bad at this and hate it, says the guy painting the chapel. I can't see. Yeah. Oh, that is so true. Has anyone been watching my Reforge videos? I have been officially made, what's the term? Not partner, but... What is the term? I'm officially accepted as content creator on their Discord. Which means I really need to step up my game. That's what that means. I've got a video in the works. I need to edit it. Well, No, I am editing it. It's just taking longer than I wanted. Hi, Has. Yay! Thank you. Yeah, they're taking pretty much any size. Well, they are selecting from any size content creator. So they've got teeny tiny ones like me, and they've got bigger ones with views on their channels in the thousands, I think it was, which is really cool. So I'm just doing my part to enjoy the game and share my experience with it. I would just love to be able to hyper focus on the actual editing part so that I can get that done and share it more frequently. Wouldn't it be amazing if you could focus, like choose where your hyper focus goes? Imagine the things you could do. Editing is tough, yeah. Especially when you have to listen to your own voice ramble on. Who would want that? It's been extra tough because, like the recording didn't go as smoothly as I would have liked. Additionally, I was on Discord with some friends while recording, so I have a lot of their audio in my recording, despite not recording their audio. It came through my headset, so my headphones could hear almost perfectly what they were saying. I'm not going to repeat that. It does remind me of a story a friend went through recently, although I don't think that's my story to tell. But it is crazy. At some point, I need to invest in a microphone. One that protects against popping. I can't remember what that's called, like a pop guard or something? People. Sabbath, hyperfocus on your writing. Sabbath proceeds to hyperfocus on games. Yeah. It's the dopamine of it. They know how to reel you in. Like I started a game recently. I said I wasn't going to be particularly into it. Because it's a gacha game and I don't want to invest my time into it, and I'm sucked in at this point. I can't remember how to say it. Zero Zen Zenless Z Zin Zinzu ZZZ. I don't think it's particularly groundbreaking in a lot of ways. It's got really cute animation. Zenless Zone Zero. If you make it an acronym, it's a bit of a snore. Laughing at my own joke. That's how you know it's a good joke. Yeah, I don't think it's particularly groundbreaking in a lot of ways. The story so far is slow. I haven't got very far. I think I'm in chapter 2. But it doesn't really give me anything. I don't know, it's hitting all the dopamine though. I has commissions to do, but oops, I has yarn. I tell you what, if neurodivergents choose where their focus went, we would be... I lost where I was going with that sentence. We would be... dangerous? We would be... capable of anything. Yes, I really did lose focus on that sentence I was trying to build. I don't want to draw a hand. No. This is not good. Alright, let's start from the other end. Dinosaurs. I have found Snore to be addictive, especially with recent content. It's how it does it. All those gacha mechanics are designed to grip you in, and get you to keep playing. The daily bonuses, the daily grind. It's a live service game. I can make this work. I can make this work. I can't make this work. Once upon a time, someone told me that I could not draw fingers very well. I believe them right now. And... why are they so hard to draw? They really shouldn't be. They're very... that's all a hand is. Just a bunch of phalanges. That was me. I know that was me. I'm very critical of my work. But still, I definitely agree with myself on that right now. You know what would be a good idea? What if I stop drawing a hand and draw the rest of the body and just come back to it? Or did I like that? I'll leave it there for now. I'm not really going for perfection. I keep saying that when I'm doing these, but the front view image needs to be pretty good. All the rest of it can be a lot more fluid. Thank you. Amazing idea. Thank you, thank you. I'm here every Friday, apart from when I'm not. Hands are tough, replace with mittens. There we go. I have to admit, that was easier. Beautiful. But we're not keeping that. Oh no, I've just seen another hand. I think one of the problems is that I haven't drawn in over a week. And it's a little crazy because when I did do the drawing, it was when I was drawing hands freeform and didn't have time to sketch out finger placement and phalanges. Okay, so I've spoken about ZZZ. I've spoken about Reforge, which I am very excited about. That's going to be very cool if I can kick myself to get working on it faster. What's the other thing that I was going to talk about? Oh, I was playing on Java Minecraft with friends, and we did like a contest, a monster wave contest. So we were in an arena, and waves of monsters came at us, and we had to beat them or survive or whatever. And I didn't win. I didn't expect to win. I expected to die very early on, but I didn't, which was awesome. But it was all going well until a brute with a fire axe came out and annihilated me in like 2 hits. Which was kind of hilarious, I'm not gonna lie. I believe that the server host recorded it. So hopefully at some point I can share that footage. I was tempted to record it myself, but elected not to. Oof. That's the sound of my body as I went up in flames. That is a bad shin. I know what I'm doing sometimes. I'm not convinced that this is one of those times. Hello? Oh, my weather app is telling me it might storm tomorrow. I still don't believe him. It told me it was going to storm today. Watch out for thunderstorms at 3 o'clock. And were there any thunderstorms? No, I sound like I'm complaining. I want to hear what's going on in your lives. Give me some positivity. What's happening? Supposed to have stormed, yeah, roughly 3 PM. I would have been asleep during that time, so I wouldn't have noticed, but I didn't notice a storm. No one's mentioned one. So I'm assuming it didn't happen. Crimes. You've been doing crimes? I hope they're good crimes. I'm not dead yet, which from a certain perspective is great. Yes, but from my perspective, the Jedi are the evil ones. Which might sound like a corny line, but he kind of was onto something there. They did basically abduct and brainwash children. Which is a practice that didn't die, even with the Mando supremacy. I'm not sure they're much better in the brainwashing department. absolutely cooler. Teach amazing things. Plot twist, both Jedi and Sith are evil. That sounds a bit forced. This is the part where I need like a drum snare on my keyboard to go ba-dum-tsh. Okay. I think it's got to happen. I think I've got to look at this hand. I am looking at this hand. I don't think it's so bad. I think I can live with that hand. I says redrawing it slightly. It's not perfect, but then again, what is? Which is probably a very Michelangelo style of thinking about it. And by Michelangelo, I don't mean the artist, I mean the turtle. You know, the Teenage Mutant Hero Turtle. And so you know someone is British. Their turtles were heroes, not ninjas. Chat, I might be old. My back is aching sitting in this chair. And I've only been in it for half an hour. Plus the hour of pre-stream setup. But that doesn't count. I drew so many hands. Seriously, what happened? Old. Charming. Chat, you've betrayed me. Okay, do the thumb like that. And it connects like that. We are old. Multiple cycles of the Chinese calendar. Oh gosh, yeah. Oh my gosh. We're not on a full cycle, but definitely done like the 12-year cycle. Yep, still got a couple of cycles left to go until I've done a full cycle. I had to think about that. That doesn't need to be that long. I definitely don't need that button. You like how I started this string saying I need to hurry up? I wonder what animal 0 AD/BC is. I can't work that out off the top of my head. What was 2024? That was the year of the horse? Or was that dragon? Yeah, it was probably either horse or dragon, I think. Maybe. So, taken back to year old 0, I think that was probably the same year. At least I think 2024 is divisible by 12. Now I don't know. Maths is difficult. I'm glad I have a calculator in my pocket. Imagine not having the fast sight to realise that if your calculators are getting smaller, one day people are going to have calculators in their pocket. It just feels like the natural progression. I'm in focus mode right now. I think I have done it. I think I'm happy. It is far from perfect, but she still looks good. Oh, I'm gonna put my focus face on. You know when you do that thing of you're focusing really hard that your tongue ends up out of your mouth? Does anyone know why that happens? Artist about to lock in and focus, me about to ask a question. Do it. Break my concentration. It's more like breaking up the silence. Because we don't want silence, we want lots of activity. Because if we wanted silence, we'd just do a quiet stream. Although that would be quite cool. I think certain people should do that. Like certain popular people. Like, just occasionally do a quiet stream for, I don't know, reasons. It feels like a good idea in my head, but I don't think it is in real life. I change all my answers. Okay, that should work. I think that's basically all the line work. on that one. So move on to the next. This one ended up being a lot more roughly drawn, so I'll be fine. Blue time. I really want to tell a story with the Reginald in Reforge. I've got something in mind, but I really need like more I really need more creative tools or the ability to do multiplayer so that I can record multiple perspectives. Okay, question time. Will you be maintaining Tarleah's condition about clothing, being that she, prior to change of ownership, couldn't handle wearing more than one item without overheating? Yes, but I'm not having it as an overheating problem. I'm having it as a psychological problem, like purely mental. So, I mean, it might previously have been a mental condition where she feels like she's overheating, but it's not a physical reaction to it. So it means, sorry if I pinged my microphone, so it means that if she's wearing a single ring, she won't feel like she's capable of wearing a second ring. If she's wearing an oversized Jon Snow style big old cloak that covers her completely, basically head to toe, then she's fine with that too. But only that one item. So it's why I've been drawing a lot of things with her in, where she's got a one-piece dress or a one-piece swimsuit or a really long sweater, because I don't think YouTube would appreciate the alternatives as much. Does that help answer your question? I definitely gave it some real thought as to whether I would keep it. There's a word for that. When a mental effect causes physical effects, I forgot. Yes. And that will come to me later, but I can't remember what that is. Wait. Is it psychosomatic? It might be psychosomatic. That thoroughly answered it. Yes, thank you. You're welcome. I really want to honor, like, the Tarleah that I essentially purchased. Despite her being my character now and I can do what I want with her, there's a reason why I liked her in the first place. Maybe it's psychosomatic? Yeah, okay. I make up words, they might not be real words. Yeah, I liked Tarleah from early on. Ticks and all. After all, why shouldn't I include them? And in terms of writing, it could pose for some very interesting moments in narrative. Let's say, for example, that they're on a cruise. Tarleah and the gang are hanging out on a cruise ship, and an accident happens, and everybody needs to head to the boats and put on their life preservers, their life jackets. Well, that would count as an extra piece of clothing, and that would be psychologically distressing. How would she react to that, along with everything else that's going on around her. Ultimately, it's one of those solutions, like situations where someone like Tun can't be around. Tun is a little bit overpowered. I'm okay with that, that's how I designed her. She could just teleport in a very cool puff of blue flame. But it does make dangerous situations like that a little bit less dramatic. It's like how in horror movies they have to make cell phones lose their signal. Because if there's a scary person on the loose and you have access to your mobile phone, you can call the police or friends or something like that. So they have to make it go away. Kind of a practical solution to a modern problem in a genre that's older than, well, definitely older than movies. Older than books. Possibly even older than drawn images. Horror, or rather scary the scary genre has to be one of the oldest genres in my opinion. I'm not putting on a Smeagol voice right now. You don't has any friends. I'm not defeating the allegations there, am I? I think I should have eaten before stream. Please hold. Actually, change of plans. I'm suddenly feeling very queasy. I think I need to stop now, basically. So, thank you for coming. I hope you had a good one. I hope you feel better than I currently do. Bye-bye. Jane.